According to a Harvard study, people who have strong relationships are happier, healthier, and live longer. If you want to find good friends, you need to first become a good friend yourself. And that's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. It's really easy to complain about others and assessing how good friends they are or how bad friends they are, but what's really important to realize is that we attract people who are like us. This means that if you implement some changes to the way how you approach other people, how you perceive friendships and relationship creation, then you might attract the right people to your life. Before I dive into the first tip, I want to emphasize that there is a phenomenon called liking gap. And this is actually a psychological thing. I have not made this one up. It's saying that we often perceive ourselves as less likable than we actually are. This is the case because when we are approaching other people, we are really thinking about how others are thinking about us in that situation. We are thinking about what they are thinking, and we focus too much on our own insecurities and what other people think rather than on actually staying in the moment and enjoying the conversation. That's good news for us because it means that other people like us actually more than we think we are, and that means we can approach new conversations and new encounters with other people with no fear because they will like us more if we do not go in the situation already stressed out. Before we dive into the actual tips themselves, I have for you one more mindset shift, and that's this acceptance prophecy. And this says that if you expect others to like you more, you will come across as friendlier and more warmer personality. So make the most out of these two, and now let's just dive straight into the first tip. The tip number one is to take the initiative and be the one who plans things out. This can be really annoying, especially when you are always the one who is planning things out, who is showing this initiative, and you feel like the other person is just not reciprocating this. Be that person. Keep being that person. I'm telling you this because life is too short to wait for others to organize, for others to invite you, and you will then reach a point where you will be like, okay, now I'm not doing anything because no one's taking initiative. Is this the way how I want to live? No, I want to plan, I want to organize, I want to invite people, and when they see myself doing that, I hope that I will inspire them and they will do that too. So don't look at this taking initiative as something that's a burden on you. Think about it as a nice, joyful thing that you can do not just for yourself but also for others, and set a positive example to the rest of the world, and they will follow your lead and they will become more initiative creating and more proactive. And that's what you want to achieve. You want to go and experience with people things, and you will not do that if you're sitting alone in your room. So if you take the initiative, you invite people, you will see that suddenly people are starting to be more proactive themselves too. The second thing is to make friendships your priority. And this might sound obvious, but when life gets busy, you will not even realize how quickly time passes week after week, and suddenly we are here in this busy exam season, let's say, and you don't have time because you actually do not have time. So what you have to do is to prioritize your relationships and actively plan social events into your calendar as a non-negotiable. That means that you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to exercise, you have to do your groceries, you have to meet up with people, you have to be social, and that's how you make friends, that's how you become a better friend, by making friendships priorities, by organizing things with people. So make sure that this is your priority, even though you have a lot of work, even though you have a lot of school, even though you have hundreds of things, friendships should be your top of the list. Tip number 3 is to become a better listener. And this will be a complete life changer because you will realize that most of the time you're not actually listening, but you're waiting when you can say what you want to say. Listen beyond the words, not just what's the other person trying to tell you, but also their body language, their non-verbal cues. So you will catch their emotions too, rather than just purely talking about things. You will get into this deeper level, and people will appreciate it because it will show you that you actually care about them, not just about, okay, now I am here, I hear you, but I'm waiting till I can say my but. You know what I mean. This is what I'm trying to implement now more often, is that I approach every conversation with this open mind, and I'm here ready for you. When you approach each conversation as an opportunity to listen rather than talk, you will become a better friend in the process, because others will find in you someone who is out there not to just hear them, but to actually listen. And I think this is a big difference, to just hear people, the words and the content, and listening actually what they are trying to tell you with the words. Tip number 4 is to remember small details. And this might sound like a very silly thing, but I can tell you that people love when you remember small things, either what they told you before, so going back to the active listening, or something that they think that no one else knows, or you just found out somewhere from their social media, or you read something you found out from the other friend and you mentioned it, these small things, whether it's an event they attended or something about their family, their pets, whatever it can be, however small it can be, their favorite football club. These small details people love, and they'll remember that you remembered, and you will become a better friend because you will be able to remember things that others do not remember, other strangers do not remember. The other person will see that you actually care because you invested time and energy to find that little detail about them, so they will like you more. Tip number 5 is to be truly present. And this is something we're all struggling with. Our busy mind, racing all the time, we don't have time to stop in the moment and be truly present. And that's normal, we are distracted, but it's important to acknowledge that and to do something with that. And by practicing being present and mindful in every moment, in every conversation with whoever we are talking to, it doesn't have to be a friend, it can be anyone. We are practicing this self-awareness and also this approachability by others, and others will feel that because we are always radiating this energy. I don't like saying the word energy because it always sounds so woo-woo, but there is something going from you, this aura, however you want to call it, and people experience it, and by staying present with that person in the moment, you are showing it. You are actively showing your aura by being in the present with the other person. Another tip is to be the one who does the extra mile. And what I mean by this is that you go beyond what other people think is normal. This means that you go out with a friend for a walk and you say, oh, hey, let's grab a coffee, and you buy them a coffee. You bring some snacks to an event where you are just supposed to discuss an assignment. Whatever this can be. I'm thinking about some scenarios from my life, but you can apply it to whatever situation you're in, how you can go beyond what's the bare minimum in any relationship. It doesn't have to be friendship, it can be professional, co-worker situation, boss, employee, siblings. It's nice to look for ways how we can enrich that relationship and go on this deeper level with things that again the other person will remember, because people do not forget. Another tip is to not count in a relationship, and this means not count the number of interactions when it comes to text messages, who texts first, who doesn't text first, how many times they invited you out, how many times you invited them out. Do not count this and focus more on building the meaningful relationship in a process of being the proactive one, taking the initiative, because you will see that it will come back to you later. And when you're nurturing it from your side, meaning being proactive, staying active, actively listening, being present, showing up for the other person, I can tell you that there will be times when you will need that and the other person will show up. Be the one who generously gives your time and energy and effort to organize stuff, to give your time, to help, because that's how you'll ensure that it will come back to you when you need it the most. This another one is one of my favorites, and it's to believe in your friends and to support them in everything they do. Be their cheerleader and support them, and be for them someone who is clapping along the way in whatever they are doing. You'll give them so much motivation and inspiration by believing in them, in their potential, and in the fact that they can become their best selves. If you surround yourself with people who are also striving to become their best selves and you each support each other, you become much better friend and you will build much stronger friendships. Wish them the best, and I'm always so happy when they achieve something good, because it doesn't mean I can't achieve that. It just means that there is an opportunity to achieve that type of thing. So if I want to achieve that too, I can, but I'm clapping for them because they achieved what's meant for them. It's just so inspiring. I love to learn from others, from their successes, and this is another way how you can become a better friend, that you are happy and cheerful about successes of others, rather than being too much focused on your successes, your thing, your life, and friendships are something on the side. It should be something inherent within you, that relationships and building meaningful connections with people is at the heart of who you are. We are not living here alone. This is not our little planet, and we should just get out of our bubble more, and that's how we become better friends and build stronger friendships. This another one is also very important, and it's about being there also for the hard stuff. This means you're not staying by the friend only when times are good, when all goes well, when they're happy, you are happy, but you're also helping them and staying with them when they're feeling low, when things don't go well, when they need extra help. You are there for them. This can also mean simple stuff like helping with moving furniture, picking up someone at the airport, helping with washing dishes after a big party. There are numerous examples, but by being there with people in their highs and their lows, in different periods that are not always the most pleasant one, but they are part of your life, you're becoming a better friend, because you are showing that you are not there just for the happy part, for the fun part, but you are sticking with them even when things get tough, even when life gets boring, even when it's not that interesting. You are there for them, and that's what others will appreciate about you. I like this other one also, and that's about appreciating people, giving them nice comments and compliments, showing them that you care about them. Also, when you encourage them, when you praise them, when you give them a good feeling, but of course it must be genuine and coming from your heart, not from trying to impress them. They will naturally appreciate you more because you show that you genuinely care about them, you wish them their best, and you want them to succeed. Number 12 is to stay in touch, and this goes for long distance relationships, but also for friendships that you actively have, but maybe when life gets busy and you're not seeing each other that much, it's important to follow up and ask the other person, how is she, how is he, how is everything going, to show that person that you care about them. And it's all about showing that you are there for them, whatever they are going through, whatever they need. And I find this so important, and I really appreciate it when someone texts me, how am I and how is it going, because you never know how the other person is currently feeling and what is it going through. And by a simple message and staying in touch, you're showing you care. And people appreciate when you stay in touch. They appreciate when you send a hey message, that you show that you are for them, that you care about them, and that you think about them. Last but not least way how you can become a better friend and build stronger friendships is to use other people's name more often. And this means that you will make whatever you're talking about more personal. I try to use other people's name as much as possible, because it's something so inherently deep within us. We respond to our name so immediately. When someone says our name, we immediately turn and trying to find out who called us. When we mention other people's name, it resonates with people. There is something inherently special about each name, and people like hearing their names. You'll get more close to the other person. Those are my 13 tips. I hope it's 13 and I didn't mess up the numbers, because that's what sometimes happens when I record it. I say a number and then it suddenly magically doesn't add up, so I really hope this time it added up. I want to leave you with an actionable step that you can take right now to approach next conversation you're gonna have with this listener mindset, that you are gonna just listen, not talk about yourself, not trying to be the smartest one, just being there for the other person to listen. And you will see how the connection between you becomes deeper, and how you will come across as a warmer, friendlier person that people will appreciate and they will like you more. When you learn to become a better listener, you automatically become a better friend. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye.